Hey, come, lad, I didn't know you had it in you. Beating David first morning.
He beat me fair and square. Yeah, the trouble is that while I've been doing about once, he's been doing back twice.
Oh, don't forget you had an handicap.
I lost my soul.
You what? Come again?
Look at that, flipping up and down like a flipping frogman.
Oh, well, come on. A quick rub down with a towel before you cool off.
I thought you got stitches in your chest. I've got them all over.
And you watch it, you'll be on next.
Hold on a bit. There were a few in line before me. Len and Sand, for instance, eh? There's a challenge for you. Look at that. Flat as a fluke. Well, the fluke who's been eating too much anyway.
Come in. Oh, I'm sorry to bother you so early in the morning, love, but I wondered if I could catch Ken before he went to work. Do you think he could spare me a moment?
Oh, yes, I should think. Well,
good.
Ken, are you ready? There's somebody to see you.
I wouldn't bother him with anything trivial, but it's my letter to our Member of Parliament, you see.
Oh, yes.
If he'd just look it over for me. It would never do for a communique from the President of the Lady Victualist to contain any errors, would it now?
Oh, no.
It's so comforting, you know, to have someone like Kenneth in our community. With his education, he sort of sets a standard for all of us, don't you think? Oh, dear, if only we women had more time to spare from our daily chores. We could study and make our lives so much more worthwhile.
Well, here's one housewife who'd swap her kitchen for a classroom any day. Honestly, as long as we're washing and cleaning and feeding, we're tolerated, but...
You, Mr. Walker.
Morning.
I was just about to say that education is a wonderful thing.
Oh, I agree. The trouble is convincing the students, so... what can I do for you?
Well, it's this letter, Ken. Would you look over it for me? It is rather important.
Yeah, certainly.
Thank you.
Then? Now. Comma there.
Oh.
Hyphen. Another comma. No, I think we could split this long sentence up here a bit.
Well, if you think it's necessary.
Yes, cross out the however, full stop, and a capital letter there. There. How's that?
Very grateful. Teaching must be such a rewarding profession.
And now the brain needs breakfast.
You're really a blue-eyed boy, aren't
Well, I
you?
can't help being brilliant, can I?
Talk about putting somebody on a pedestal.
Yeah, looking down on you lesser mortals.
Oh, Kenneth, you can't wear that tie. What's that on it?
Oh, National Dried, I think.
Oh, we'll go and change it. Where's the one I bought you for the royal visit?
I didn't stay long on Mrs. Walker's pedestal, did I?
Come to think of it, it's a bit ridiculous bothering you at this hour of the morning.
Quote, what do we live for, if not to make the world less difficult for each other? Unquote.
Eh?
George Eliot.
Who's he?
Aha! Education is a wonderful thing.
Is anybody home?
Yeah, tired Tim here.
Listen, your mother said she'd do me shop over, else have I missed her?
No, she's on late turn. She's having a sleep in. Sensible, me ma'am.
Right, well, I'll just leave them handy then. How did your run go?
Oh, slow. Very, very slow.
Oh, you poor fella.
Yeah, when I came in, I couldn't even manage a lap of honour around the fireplace.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I can feel muscles in parts of my body where I didn't even know I had parts. Still, I must have lost half a stone this morning, though.
Listen, if you really want to lose weight, why don't you have them there Turkish baths like what you see on the pictures? They put you in a little wooden box and pump steam in and cook you like a chicken.
Sounds like cheating, though. I mean, that's not the proper way. It's a right lazy way of going about it. It's an idea, though, isn't it?
Ah, but don't forget to say, I'll open the box, Michael, or you might come walking out looking like a jockey, 4'6" and bandy. Hi, Sandra. Hello. Do you know, I think your fella here is saving his energy for walking up the aisle.
Oh, get on.
I wonder how long you've got to sit in the steam for, any road.
Well, they just put a fork in, and if it comes out clean, you don't.
Oh.
Try.
Don't you feel so good then, Dennis?
Shattered. This running about like will kill me. It played out.
Well, don't do it then. There must be an easier way. Why don't you lie on the floor and do a few gentle exercises?
Sandra, why are you the only one as understands me? Why doesn't everybody think like you?
dead gears. That smack an opening, Tom. Do you fancy your wet?
No, thanks.
No thanks. Here's your boss, your partner offering you a drink in the firm's time, and you say no thanks.
No, I don't feel like it.
But after this morning's graft, aren't you a bit dry? Isn't your mouth parched like mine? And just think there's a beautiful cure in there, all lined up, all frothy.
Yeah, well, I'm not bothered. And anyway, we've got this roofing job to do before dinner, you know.
All right, Jiminy Cricket, you win. I never did fancy the first pull out of the pump any road.
Oops. What, before I start, you coming in or what?
No, he wants to, but I said no.
You
We've
are?
got far too much to do. Come on.
Suit yourself.
I got someone sounds happy at the work, even if they are off key.
Well, you don't need a licence to be cheerful. We can't all go around looking glum, you know.
So I time that step was scrubbed and all. Now we shall see where the flag's finished and door front starts.
Oh, Amy, you know Mrs. Walker's very particular.
You mean the president of the Lady Vittlers? It's a long time since I've seen her on her knees and all. Oh, come on, we missed the bus. Thank you. Was that Mrs. Shelters?
Was that?
Gone off on her fool's errand, no doubt. That one will never learn, you know. Go to the top, she says, and dashes on to the town hall. Parliament. That's the top, Mrs. Ogden. Parliament. Do you know, love, that as private citizens, we all have the right to approach MPs with our problems? As constituents, our worries are their worries. They are men whose lives are dedicated to our welfare.
All windbags, our Stan calls them. Have you sent your letter then?
Well, it just needs my committee's approval, and then that's only a formality, and then straight off to the House of Commons. Yes, I think on this occasion now Mrs. Sharples will find that she's been beating her head against a brick wall.
Oh, I don't know. Once she makes her mind up, she's got a sharp tongue, that one.
Yes, well, in this instance, dear, I think you'll find that the pen is mightier than the sword.
Take over any calls, Barker. I'll be back at the usual time.
Oh, Mrs. Sinclair, I did mention there was a lady coming to see you, Mrs. Sharples, about the Rosamond Street project.
Oh, yes. Well, just think on how I deal with her, politely but firmly. Tell her everybody will be notified about the plans when it's convenient. There's no panic yet.
But
just remember, a polite but firm, no comment.
Sir, I wouldn't normally worry you, sir, but...
What is it, Norman? This isn't like you. I thought diplomacy was your strong suit.
Well, it is. Like I said, normally, but... She isn't a normal woman. She's...
Go on.
Well, it's a bit difficult to describe her. She's,
Well, she's only got one head.
Oh, yes, but it's enough, if you know what I mean. No, it's more her expression. As if she could see through anything. Well, not just me, but the door, the wall, anything.
Now, lad, she can't see through that wall, so I'll tell you what we'll do. When I come back, I'll use my own door. Then you can protect me. Lad, you're prejudging her, and that's a mistake. You're building up an image of her in your own mind, and it's colouring your whole attitude towards her, and it mustn't. Turn on the charm. Tell her how pleased you are to see her, that you're sorry you can't comment. Give her a big smile and open the door. Never fails, lad. Never fails. It's all part of the public service.
No, you see, it's all a case of economics, like, you know. Now, look, that lot cost me as much as 40 fags. But I reckon I'll make 60 fags out of that lot. So, every time I roll one, I'll save a penny.
All those tuppence. Here, have a tailor-made one, mate.
Thanks, mate.
That is sheer economy, that is. Stan here rolls his own to save a penny. He messes it up, so he's tuppence down straight away. To say nothing of the penny he didn't save. Now, Len pushes the fags out, which he wouldn't have had to do in the first place. That makes him threepence out of pocket. So I reckon between the two of you, you're a tanner in the red.
What the heck are you talking about?
I've no idea.
Here he is, the next Tarzan. Aye, you got to sing for the light bulb, then?
And crack some nuts on with your eyelashes.
That's good coming from you, like that is. The three bodies beautiful. Look at Charlie, the well-dressed wishbone, and his mates, the two pirates.
Pirates?
Well, you've both got sunken chests, haven't you?
Oh, he's been reading the comics again. I saw that top of page 3 in the Beano, that wasn't it?
That's right.
Hey, what are you flogging, any road?
Beard, dirty-faced things a customer wants for one of his guy folks' parties.
Let's have a look, then.
Oh, well, I am, but don't mess him about, will you? Hey, Jerry, can you do me a favour?
Well, what is it?
Well, let's sit down, shall we? Now, remember when you were cycling? Now, you must have trained hard. Now, did you use any weights at all?
No, I did, as a matter of fact. Why, did you want to buy some?
No, just borrow. You see, I'm thinking of taking it up myself. I'm in peak condition now, you know, but I mustn't let myself slide, must I?
Oh, well, I give all my barbells to youth club, but I've still got some dumbbells left, if they'd be any use.
Dumbbells? They're what, you're...
Yeah, well, I could bring them round and you could try them out if you like.
Oh, smashing, great. Have a drink on me, I'm flush. Right, Mr. Walker, that's a pint, please, and I'm on lemon juice.
Oh, lemon juice.
David, sticking in hand. Are you going down with him to works ground this afternoon?
Me? No, I'm specialising. Couple of hours weightlifting.
Oh, good morning. I was on the phone.
I see. Well, where is he?
Mr. Sinclair?
You know very well who I mean.
Oh, yes, well, now, I'd better explain. There's been a mistake. You see, the position is this. We've been experiencing project difficulties, and inadvertently I arranged your appointment when other pressing engagements and Mr. Sinclair's have priority. You do understand?
No.
Oh. Well, what I meant was...
I know exactly what you meant. What I don't understand is why he won't see me. Is he afraid I might bite him or something?
Oh, no, not at all. But he's a very busy man. At the moment, he's all tied up with...
Red tape, I've no doubt. Listen, I'm not arguing. Go and fetch him. 3 minutes, that's all it's going to take. He probably spends more time than that blowing on his feet.
But...
You heard, go and fetch him.
I can't. He's gone to lunch.
Oh, it's like that, is it? Right.
Wouldn't you like to call back
No.
some other...
It's cost me a good hot dinner in bus fares now, and I don't put my hat on 2 days running for now, neither. I'll wait.
See, there's the usual arm stretch exercises, just to loosen up like. And then there's this one where you slightly bend one leg, and you take the dumbbell and touch your other foot with it, and then lift it right over your head.
What, your foot?
No, the dumbbell.
Oh.
No, see, anyway, there's another good one where you get your dumbbell in each hand by your thighs.
I've always fancied myself in a moustache. What's it? Do you think it suits me?
You look a proper Charlie.
Oh, thanks very much.
No, I wouldn't fancy my chances much, I'm sure.
Inner sharples or no inner sharples, mate, she'll get nothing out of that town council down there. If they want to climb up, nothing will shift them, mate. Aye, here's the peeping Tom without his theodolite, without his tripod. Have you surveyed any good washing today, mate?
Half a beer, please.
Half of it.
You're not saying anything, eh? Your lips are sealed.
That's right.
Well, in that case, there's no point in lifting that. You'll never get it down, will you?
You all live in this neighbourhood then, do you?
That's right, yeah, we're all locals, yeah.
Well, hard luck.
If you're trying to pick an arc, you've come to the right bloke here, mate.
Me? That's a laugh. Wherever I go, I'm pestered soft. I'm up to here with it.
Listen, I've heard on the round they're going to put office blocks up here.
Is that right, what he just said?
All right. I couldn't care less if they knocked the whole area down and did build a skyscraper.
Well, that's it then.
Hey, they're not very heavy, are they?
No, not them. I can fetch you some others if you like. You know.
Oh, no, these are all right. I don't want to strain my ligaments, do I not, after all the work I've done?
Right, then, let's see you do a few of these exercises I've showed you.
Brought you the liniment, Dennis.
Oh,
Oh, crikey, he hasn't even started yet.
That was this morning's little hot creased I was.
It's my half day. I thought I'd supervise your training programme.
Oh, well, in that case, Coach, I'd better get off. I shouldn't spill any of that stuff down his back, you know. She'll have him dancing and all.
I wonder how much I've lost already. I bet I got rid of pounds and pounds.
Dennis, have you seen this in the paper? It's an article on how to slim by self-hypnosis.
What's that when it's at home?
Well, you sort of eat yourself off your food and you lose weight.
Catch me saying, butties are bad for you. I hate grub. No, I'm much too fond of me food, me. No, there's no substitute for hard work. What I say is, if a thing's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Let's have a look at that article. You never know, do you?
Oh, they should be all right now because they've been fed and so they should sleep. But if they do wake up, just pop out and rock the pram.
OK.
Are you sure you can manage?
Well, of course. I'm not helpless, you know. Anyway, Irma will be around in a minute, the woman's touch.
Oh, yes, it's half-day closing, isn't it? Yes, right, well, I'm off then.
OK.
Oh, Irma, I was just telling Dave that they've been fed, so they should sleep.
Not again. Go on, get off with it. They're in good hands.
Right.
Ta-da.
Where's Val going?
Oh, I don't know. Round to the shops, I think.
Oh, the shops are shut.
Oh. Well, wherever she's going, she won't be long. Long enough, though.
Aye, aye, what for?
Yes.
No, you tell me.
Can I come in?
Looking for me, Uncle Albert?
Aye. What time's this practice match? I thought I'd come down and watch.
Well, it's won't be for another hour yet, you know. 4 o'clock coaching session.
Oh. Oh, well, I might as well wait here for a bit then.
Haven't you got anything to do at the allotment? I'm sure you've got a lot of work down there.
Yeah, I mean, this weeding.
No. Me plot's in good, Nick. Well, as good as it need to be, any road. Hey, I'll tell you what. Let's have a game of patience, shall we? Just to pass the time. Well, there's naught else to do, is there? Well, you needn't think you can skin me, you know, because I'm good at this. The main thing at cards is a memory. You may have got me whacked at other things, but not with that. Oh, no, I can go back a good bit, I can. I can go back to when I was your age, David, and let's go on back a bit if you like. Oh, yes, I can remember. I'll tell you one thing. If I'd been sitting alone with a lass that I were fond of, and some silly old goat had come busting in and suggested a game of cards, I'd have brained him. Heck, I'd better get off while I'm safe, hadn't I? Help yourselves.
She's got a cheek, you know.
Oh, look.
Sandra Petty borrowed our scales again.
Well, you can blame Dennis for that.
Nevertheless, she's no right to encourage him.
Just one of his fads, it'll soon pass over. You should know Dennis by now.
All the same, love. I mean, it's encroaching on our generosity. Those scales are more in their house than they are... Whoever's that at this time?
You're too late. Try again at 5:30.
I'd like a word with you.
Hey, it sounds like that severe bloke. I wonder what's up. Well?
I'll come straight to the point. Earlier on, I shot my mouth off a bit, and I suppose you realise by now I was only taking the mickey for a bit of fun.
Oh, were you indeed?
Yeah, it's not... Well, I can't say it's not true. I'm not in a position to make any comment either way. I didn't really say anything definite, did I?
You said summat.
Yeah, but look, everyone was getting on me back. So when somebody suggested an office block, I passed an opinion about it. Straight away, everybody starts jumping to conclusions.
I reckon you let the cat out of the bag and now you're trying to cover up.
Oh, no, you're wrong. As I said, it was just a bit of fun.
Fun indeed. Very humorous. Hardly a thing to joke about.
Yeah, I realise that now. I've been thinking it over. And perhaps some people might think I was serious and be upset.
Oh, your office, perhaps. Well, where do I come in?
Yeah, well, when everyone comes in tonight, tell them I wasn't serious. Point out I was joking.
Well, I'll tell them all you've said. It's up to them to make their minds up. But I've still got my doubts.
You haven't convinced me either.
Oh, there it is. I can't win either way, can I?
That's it. Here we go.
Any difference?
Yeah, 17 ounces.
Well, I know you expected it to be more, but don't be discouraged. Well, it's quite good to start with, losing just over £1.
I haven't lost it. I've gained it.
That's 3 sheets you've wasted. Must have money to burn this office. Should lay some of the money out in a decent cleaning woman. And another thing, since when did office workers get all afternoon for their lunch?
We don't get all afternoon.
Well, Mr. Sinclair does. I've been sat here since 12:30. He's not showed up yet.
He was back from lunch some time ago.
Oh, was he now? Very typical. Gone in by another door, hoping I'd go away.
No, that's not true. Like I tell you, he's very busy.
Yes, and I'm very patient, and I'm staying here until I'm dealt with. I'm telling you, I'm staying here until I am dealt with.
But you make far too much of this, Mrs. Sharp.
Oh, Parker, a snag come up at the Park Road site. I'll have to get over that.
It's Mrs. Sharples, Mr. Sinclair.
Oh, yes, of course. Great pleasure meeting you, Mrs. Sharples.
You're long enough to have the pleasure, I must say.
I can assure you personally your inquiry is being looked into, but these things take time, you know, proper channels to go through. But you'll be notified in due course, and believe me, you're worrying yourself needlessly. Remember, worry is the interest we pay on our problems before they arise. And I'll be back to check those documents.
And I'm not one to be taken in by a lot of guff and a big smile neither. What do you think we are? Peasants? I've lived in that street for 30 years and I know every brick and every speck of soot that holds them together, and I've a right to know what's going on and what's coming down.
But you're worrying yourself unnecessarily. You'll be notified in due course.
Listen, this is just another job to you. For the folk I'm speaking for, it's going to be the biggest of people of their lives, and I'm staying here until I get satisfaction.
I see. Come on, then, into my office. I'll put you in the picture so far.
We'll be in consultation. Hi, it's your fancy fella.
Have a good day.
So? And you?
Better than usual. I had a whole hour away from the kids. Dave sat in.
Oh, good for him. You know, the terrible thing about teaching is that there's nothing tangible to show for it at the end of the day. Now, if I was doing something like, say, making teapots...
Oh, you exasperate me sometimes. Aren't you going to ask what all this is?
Well, now you mention it.
I went to art college this afternoon. I've decided to go to evening classes once a week.
Well. I manage you for beauty, and I'm getting brains as well.
Oh, do I look like a vegetable?
I've just mentioned your good look.
Well, I feel like one.
Well, there are attractive cauliflowers, you know.
You don't mind me going, then?
On one condition. That my tea's all laid out and ready before you go.
Right. Well, do me a favour and fill the enrolment form while I get to...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Name, address, subjects. What are you taking? Dressmaking? Uh-huh. Millinery? Uh-huh. Cooking?
Sociology.
I'm telling you, mate, what you want is a big hard knock in the centre. Pass down the middle, big boot, and we'll have another one in the old onion bag.
Well, I heard that half-backs were going up too far, leaving defence wide open.
Who told you that? One of these armchair experts, I suppose. They never go to matches, these so-called
Well, you
experts.
haven't been this season, have you?
What's that got to do with it? I'm entitled to my own opinion.
Here it is, all sealed and signed.
What?
My letter to our MP.
Attack. That's what you need, you know, attack. A bit less of this 424, plan a bit more of the 811. That's what we
Jag,
want.
well, after all the effort, here it is, ready for posting.
Is it, love? It was the same again, wasn't it?
Yes, please,
Len?
Jack, right, yeah. One down and 3 to go. Don't stand much chance here.
No, well, if you play that way, you haven't. There, I reckon that's got this end stitched up.
Oh, you've caught me. I'm knocking.
Oh, me and all, I'm knocking.
Oh, well, then if I just put this here, it's
Hey,
chip.
what's that you
Oh,
got?
I'm sorry. I thought it were a 5.
Excuse me. Now, here is the letter that is going to solve the mystery.
Aye. Hey, you know, you were a bit late putting that down,
Oh, I
Stan.
said I was sorry. I got spots in front of me eyes.
If he's got it, he must put it down, mustn't he?
Oh, Mrs. Walker.
Yes?
Mrs. Caldwell's in the snug. Set her up a bottle of stout, will you?
Certainly.
Thank you. Right, now, where were we?
Well, I've just knocked.
Oh, that's right, well. Here's one. Les?
Oh, well, that's snooker's me.
Are you sure? Right. Game.
Oh, flip.
Hello, Mrs. Caldwell.
I was just thinking, he'll be very upset if we have to move.
Yes, I expect he will, dear. He's just bought you this...
He might go off his bit of fish in a new place, and it's his fish that keeps him healthy every day. Boiled cod's heads he's very fond of. I think it keeps his fur glossy.
I don't care what he came back to tell you. I think he gave the game away about that office block.
That's what I thought. Still, he insisted that he was only joking.
He was laying a smoke screen in case he lands himself right in it.
That was a waste of time, that little visit, wasn't it, love?
My time? What do you mean, wasted?
We know all about it. He gave the game away in here.
And the reply to this will give us official confirmation.
Spare me from ignorance. I said I'd find out, and I have. Right where you're standing, Len Fairclough, with the petrol there is thundering past.
Why, what do you mean?
This is official. They're running a ring road through Coronation Street, that's what. If they're allowed to get away with it.